Well, we're here at the small boat shop putting on the new registration numbers for Virginia. We ordered some pre-cut vinyl from 850 Graphics down in Pensacola, Florida. They cut them out and sent them to us real quick. And what you do is you peel off. They come on this backer sheet. Peel off the backer and then you line it up, put it on. Just kind of rub it down. There's probably some kind of special $50 tool you can use to make sure it's adhered, but I'd use my 1960s finger, and you just start peeling. You like to go slow because if you get a corner that lifts up while you're peeling back, what you do is just back up, rub it down a little more, and then try it again. So these came out real nice. We're real happy with the folks there. We'll post information on how you can get a hold of them. I'll spin you around because in addition to just the standard 3-inch block, they can do custom. If you work with them and pick out a font, they did Cyan's name for her transom. They did some numbers and letters for scuppers for her MCC-101 designation, and then we matched the font up on the bow for Cyan, our little day sailor too. And it came out looking real nice. We peeled off the old numbers. We took a little single edge razor blade, gently lifted those. These two boats are painted, so we had to be careful not to chisel away paint while we were taking off the old number. And in some cases, a little bit of paint lifted from the back of the previous number, like in the case of Willow here. Had a couple little spots that came up, so we'll get the paint and do some touch up there on those areas. This is a wooden hull with it's got Rust-Oleum topside. Oyster white is the color on this boat. We really do like this shade of the color. We've tried a few other oyster whites in there. We like this one because it's kind of got a little bit more cream. There's a little streak on the bottom, the very bottom one you can see we worked on, and that's just kind of a pettit, bright white. So we like something that's not quite as bright as what we call refrigerator white. We want something that's got a little bit of cream in it. So the numbers are on. Now we've got a few more licensed trailer plates on, and got one to go on Willow. So we're going to sign off and get adhesive removers to our local True Value, and they had a couple options. One was this brand I'd never heard of before, and it says it's got a low VOC formula, the volatile organic compounds. It didn't smell bad, and it did an average job of removing that adhesive. We went over it a couple times, like say with the straight edge razor blade. Sprayed it on. It says leave it about 60 seconds, come back, and we had to hit it a couple times and then rub it pretty hard with some paper towels. And so you just take that, put it at a shallow angle to take off the old numbers. You don't want to go that way or you'll gouge either your gel coat or your paint. So on this side we used Goo Gone. I don't think we've ever really used it on much of anything before, and it's got a nice citrus smell. Not sure what the ingredients are, but it doesn't look like you can have it for dinner. It says don't swallow it. So, and it does have a little bit of a gel texture to it, so it didn't completely just run all the way down the side of the boat. And it does not say to not use it on painted surfaces, so we went ahead and did that We wiped everything off as best we could. Got it dry before we put on the new numbers, so it doesn't just burn the adhesive off of that. But it did a much quicker job. Of course, I did let it sit a little bit longer. I let it sit about probably 7-8 minutes. Came back with the razor blade, and you could see a lot more adhesive coming out. Little balls of adhesive getting scraped up on the edge of the razor blade than the other product did. So, you know, it's maybe the other product, if you let it sit 7 to 8 minutes, you get the same result as that. So spray some on, you know, wipe off any excess that runs down, and then go do something else for 6-7 minutes, and it's a pretty easy job. I went over it probably twice with the razor blade, and then just switched to some paper towels with the excess product, and everything came out pretty good. So that'll about do it for here.